Hello, welcome to Flower Juice. My name is John McDonald, and today we're going to make an arrangement in a vase. Now, a lot of people just like to put their flowers in a vase, and that's great, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's actually the best thing for flowers just to be straight into water. They'll last much better, the flowers really have better access to the water, so in a way, flowers in a vase is the perfect choice for flowers for home, for sure. So what I've got is I've got this straight vase, and this is actually kind of like a melamine, which is really good. It's really strong, and I've had this for a long time. So this is maybe the kind of vase that you might have at home, is kind of a straight vase. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our water. Now obviously you can add flower food to the water, that will make a difference. So generally when you buy flowers, they're going to come with flower food. And it's important to use that rather than not using that. So we're just filling that up. Now, as a mechanic, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some of this aluminium wire. This is so handy. It's very, very flexible. It's the type of thing you can buy quite easily. And because it's flexible, you can really use it to fit any container that you have. So what I'm doing is I've just scrunched it up to make basically a mesh or a network or a framework that we can then use to hold our flowers. So it sits in there quite well. Basically our foliage and that will hide that, our flowers will hide that. So the flowers that I've got is I've really got some beautiful lisianthus and these beautiful roses. Now this is one of these brown roses, and I just love them, and I think this is a nice combination, and a nice combination with this vase. But I did want to add a little twist, and I've used these a couple of times lately, which are basically dried Strelitzia leaves. So instead of adding lots of greenery, we're going to add our Strelitzia leaves to our design, and this will just create a bit of interest and a bit of a framework. So straight away you can see that we've started to create a little bit of an asymmetry, a little bit of a background for our flowers. Now I'm going to add a little bit more water just to bring that level up a little bit. So rose wise, this is going to be our main thing. So I really have 3 that are good. I don't know what your weather is like, but here the weather is just so hot just now. It really is a bit of a problem for fresh flowers. We've been getting up to like 34 degrees centigrade, which is quite warm. So just cleaning off some of the leaves. And these roses must have come from essentially like a garden style rose originally, because they are so thorny. The colour is beautiful, but the thorns are quite wicked actually. Now we can take away a little bit of a leaf there. So I'm really just placing these because they're our main flower and we're wanting to get a bit of impact from that. So I think when we put flowers in a vase, we always tend to just put them in straight up and down, and that's fine. They're just kind of a round sort of arrangement. But really there's an opportunity to make something that has more of an actual flow to it, or more of a design. So what we can do with this is we can create a little bit of movement going that way. Focal point with our roses. This one to the back is really just giving a little bit of depth. And basically just make an arrangement that's a little bit more interesting than your average kind of vase of flowers. So lisianthus, what's really nice about this lisianthus is we can break it down and get a few pieces. The other thing I would say as well is we tend to just immediately put all our flowers in one vase. We don't need to. If you're buying a range of flowers, then why not make 2 or 3 vases? And have flowers in more places. And that can be quite nice because basically you're taking the theme through the house. So again, I'm just going to put a little one to the back. And that just takes your eye through. Now, lisianthus is actually the ideal flower really for like the modern home. It loves the heat actually, so it's not going to mind. I would like to add another rose. So again, this is one of those kind of things that you can do slowly. You don't need to do it fast. You can just put on some nice music and really enjoy the process of making your arrangement. Because that's just as important, that you enjoy it. Now, did I have, yeah, I did. I do have one rose that's a different colour. And he can sit in there quite nicely. Yeah, and that is really it. That is just a way of making an arrangement of flowers that's a little bit different. So we've got some basic simple flowers, lisianthus, roses. All I've done is add a couple of pieces of dried leaf to create a structure and a bit more interest. And that just gives us something a little bit different. So I hope that this has kind of illustrated that you can do something that is a little bit different and a little bit more special. Now, if you'd bought a few different or a few more stems of these, you could make a little one to go with this, or you can make a little one and sit it somewhere else. So as I say, you can basically take that idea and repeat it somewhere else in the house, which also adds to the effect. So a simple arrangement, quite quick, and these flowers are going to be quite happy because they're in fresh water. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, and you've not already done so, then click to subscribe. If you can like the video, it really does help our channel with the algorithms. So we really appreciate everyone who supports us by subscribing and continuing to watch. So we've got new videos every week. If you're feeling a little bit inspired by this one and you want a little bit more inspiration now, then have a look in the description of the video and you'll find a link to one of our other videos that you might find interesting as well. Also in the description box is our PayPal information if you want to support our channel further. So thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again very, very soon.